Hey ladies, welcome back to another episode of Cosmic Womb. In this video, I will be teaching y'all just a little bit about the female reproductive system. That is some of the internal reproductive organs as well as the external organs, which is otherwise known as the female genitalia. I'm not going to go into deep detail because this is just an overview. And this video is the first in a series I am calling Back to the Basics, because I myself did not grow up with parents who taught me about the female body, and I had to learn it all on my own. So this set of videos in the Back to the Basics series is meant to serve the purpose of helping women and young girls to have something to refer to help them learn about their female body and how to take care of it, best ways to operate, all of that. So within this first video, we have Female Reproductive Anatomy 101 with Sylvie. So let's get into the video. So first, within the body, the parts that you can't see, the internal reproductive organs, we have the uterus, aka the womb. Now, the uterus is where the baby lives when a woman gets pregnant. Attached to the uterus, we have two fallopian tubes. And on each fallopian tube, there is an ovary. So there are two ovaries. Now, this is all scrunched in because, you have all these other organs that are pressing against the female reproductive system. Within the ovaries, we have eggs. So when we are born as women and girls, we're born with all of the eggs we'll have in our entire lifetime. And all the eggs all chill out in the ovary. Think of the ovary like the waiting room, right? They're all chilling in the waiting room. It's nice and cool and it's nice. They're all having fun in the ovaries. And when it's time for an egg to be called to action, then they leave the ovary. Further down, past the uterus, we have the cervix. The cervix is not always open. It's usually closed, unless things like a baby being born is happening, then the cervix will open. It will dilate. Or a woman is menstruating, she's on her period, then that cervix will open to allow the menstrual blood to flow through the cervix further into the vagina, which is the next part. So the uterus, the cervix, the vaginal canal. Think of the vagina like a tunnel, a tunnel connecting the outside portion of the world, the outside portion of your genitalia, to the inside organs within your body. Now we have exited the reproductive systems through the vaginal canal. We're currently at the outside portion, the vaginal opening, which is one part of the female genitalia, which is called the vulva. The entire external female genitalia, every portion of that is called the vulva. The vaginal opening is one part of the vulva. We have the vaginal opening, and a little bit further up past the vaginal opening, we have a small hole, and that hole is called the urethra opening, or the urethra. That's where we pee from, ladies. So pee does not come out of the vaginal canal. It comes out of the urethra, which is a little bit further up. A little bit past the urethra, a little bit further up right here is the skin that pokes out. Some women is longer, some women is shorter. That is called the clitoris. The clitoris, y'all. So that is where the clit is at. That's where she hangs at. She hangs right at the edge right here, right before you reach your pubic area. That is your clitoris. Clit gets all this attention, but very few people can find her. And she deserves better than that. So at least now, you and I know where the clit is at, right? Okay, moving on from the clit. A little bit further up past the clitoris, now you have this rounded area right underneath your tummy. That is called the mons pubis, or also known as the pubic area. That's where the pubic hair grows. That's the space where you get waxed. That's the space where we just be ripping hair out of. We're shaving, making her look like a landing strip and all these different things. That is your mons pubis, or your pubic area. And that's part of the vulva. as well. Now, we also have the outer lips and then the inner lips. The outer lips are called the labia majora. That part has skin that is similar to the rest of your body, and it also grows hair on it. And then we have the inner lips that is called the labia minora. That part can range in shades of color from pinks to browns to purples to black, and it also ranges in sizes and shape as well. So some women have larger outer lips and smaller inner lips, and some women have larger inner lips and smaller outer lips. And they're all beautiful and it's all natural and they all do the same thing. They just look different. No two women have the same looking vulva, y'all. Similar, but not the same. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this video. I hope this video encouraged you to continue to learn about the female body because the female body is beautiful. It is strong and it's absolutely magical and it does a lot of amazing things that every time I learn something new, I'm like, wow, mind blown. Down in the description bar below, I have attached some links that y'all can refer to that has a little bit more detail about what is what and what does what and how it all works. And I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. Happy learning. And I hope you really take the time to get comfortable with your body because as I like to say, happy vagina, happy life. And I will see y'all in the next video. Toodles.